Hi, welcome to breakfast. We are putting together a chia pudding bar. This is a great thing you can do for breakfast because you can make the chia pudding in advance and use it for several days in a row. It doesn't contain any animal products, so the shelf life in the fridge is 7 days. You can literally make it on a Sunday night and eat it for breakfast every day if you wanted to. And the toppings are only limited by your imagination. So the general ratio to make chia pudding, this is about a 1/4 cup of chia seeds and 1 cup of, I used almond milk, and I like this brand, Elmhurst. You can find it everywhere, every health food store, every Publix. I like it because there's only 2 ingredients, almonds and water. It's on there somewhere. And there's 5 grams of protein per serving, which you want because this is actually vegan. So there's no animal protein in this dish. So starting with the chia pudding, I made this last night and it's pretty thick and I don't really like the mouthfeel of it when it's this thick. So I will add a little more plant milk to it as I make it. But again, I have all my toppings. I'm gonna see if I can get you down here. I have all my toppings ready. I made a little bar. Get my shadow out of the way. I have sliced almonds, fresh blueberries, fresh Granny Smith apples with cinnamon because the cinnamon actually enhances the sweetness without adding any sugar to it. I have dried cranberries, and then I have my favorite sprouted pumpkin seeds. You can find these at Costco. I love them, and always think when it says sprouted or fermented, that means it's kind of pre-digested for you, which is what you want. You don't want your body to have to work so hard to digest and assimilate your food. Okay, so I'm gonna start with just about 1 spoonful. Depends on how, I'm pretty hungry. I'm also making waffles. So I'll do 2 spoonfuls of that. Let you see what I'm doing down here. There it is. Then I'm gonna add some milk to loosen it up because it's the mouthfeel, would push me right over the edge. And I never used to like chia seeds because when you soak them in liquid, they get a gelatinous coating on the outside of them, and then they end up collecting along the gum line. I just never liked them. I would put them in smoothies so I could grind them all up, but when you make a pudding out of them, they expand even more when you let it sit in that liquid, and it turns out like a tapioca, which I can totally get behind the tapioca. So I've loosened it up quite a bit. It's very puddingy, much more juicy. And I am just going to add my toppings, a little bit of everything. Starting my rainbow first thing, right? And then the first time I made this, I thought I'm gonna have to add some kind of sweetener because it's not gonna be sweet enough for me, but it did turn out to be the second time without. It was fine. I had enough sweetness in the fruit that I was using. But if you need a little more sweetness, I would recommend maple syrup because it has a more neutral flavor than honey. I mean, honey to me always tastes like honey, and I can always tell exactly what that flavor is. But maple syrup tends to kind of blend with the other ingredients, so you just know it's sweeter, not really necessarily that it's any kind of specific flavor. Let's see. So the reason we want to put chia seeds in our diet, of course, I always recommend more seeds. We need more seeds. Seeds are one of the, probably I feel, the biggest thing missing in the standard American diet. I think a lot of our health issues come from lack of minerals, lack of trace minerals, because those are things we use up every day. We sweat, we pee, we eliminate minerals just about every way that we detox. So we need to keep making deposits in that bank. So chia seeds are a great source of fiber, they're a great source of protein, they're easy to digest, and they're also a great source of omega fatty acids. I don't really eat fish very often, so I supplement with all the seeds instead for better health. And you can see the finished product. Oops, there it is. Gonna have to restock. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is an easy breakfast. You can get it ready, like I said, and eat it all week. You can change the toppings up to make it different. And that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for tuning in as usual. Until next time, stay loose.